Hey guys, back here, Erica and her fish. I got Monstro. I'm not sure what those snails are up to. So I was trying to leave the tank alone and just let it cycle. It kind of stayed around between 0 and 0.25 on the ammonia, 0 nitrite, and the nitrates were going up. So I let those get up to about 30, and I did want to do a water change because I treated her again with the Magisterium bacterial infection remedy. I got to do 5 days straight of that one. I didn't get to do that type of dosage the first time I treated her with it. I did the just prescribed every other day for 5 days, so like 3 total treatments. But I had noticed that her tail was getting some big red streaks, and part of it was kind of tinged pink. So I had been putting in Prime and Stability every day, but then I wanted to do the bacterial infection remedy to help her out, because I know the ammonia and or nitrite poisoning could lead to a bacterial infection. So I was just trying to get ahead of that, and I feel like it did work. It seemed to make her feel better. She's still stressed, I mean, what can I say? So am I. But when she's stressed, she still goes upside down under the filter. So she'll spend some time there, and then she'll come out and swim around. I also was trying to not put the carbon back in, but I think with the medication and everything, it was just kind of getting cloudy. So I also figured out what was throwing off my cycle. So every time I was taking out those carbon filters, I was just leaving them on the table on a plate instead of in tank water. So it was essentially killing my beneficial bacteria and then putting a filter with no bacteria on it back into the tank, hence the recycling. So this time when I took it out, I left it in a bucket with some tank water after a water change. I still have to vacuum the sand into a bucket because the Python doesn't work like that, but it's no biggie. So we did that today, and I also put in that sponge filter. I think I'm moving the air stone a little bit to the right, but I lost the tubey thing for the sponge filter, so I just put it in there like that. I let that sit in the same tank water I had the filters in, and then put it in when I had the water low. The 20-gallon Aqua Clear air pump that I have, it has 2 ports, so I had to create a little T thing so that it would go into one tube, and that went to the air stone. So I just got rid of that and put the air stone tube to one side and the sponge filter tube to the other side, so I didn't have to get another air pump, and it looks pretty good. Yeah, the air stone's a little weak on the left side, but I didn't want to take that away from her because she loves playing in the bubble wall. So that's what we did. The water seems to be clearing up really nicely. Just have to keep watching the cycle, and hopefully the sponge filter helps here. So I'm just gonna switch over to the baby one. Here we are. Sorry if it's loud. I'm right by the cooler. It's like 100 degrees outside. Got the cooler on full blast, and it's still 75 degrees in here. I have to bring my dog inside. Enjoy the cool air. So I don't know. I may just stick with Jupiter as a name for this one. I can't think of a different one. I've been trying. I want it to be something good. She has gotten bigger. I've been feeding her the same pellets Monstro gets. They are the Hikari. Let me just reach up and grab it. So this is what Monstro gets, and what this baby one gets. She loves them. She also loves spinach and broccoli, and also peas. I just mention it because Monstro did not want anything to do with the lettuce, nothing to do with the broccoli, but peas, she loves peas. You can see she's getting big. That black is staying. She also got a water change today too. Even though this one is cycled, I don't really have to worry about it. But I did the water change. She also got 50% of her water changed. It always looks crystal clear. I just want this for Monstro's big tank. I don't know, but I feel like it has something to do with the gravel. Maybe the sand isn't holding on to it as well. I have no idea. But yeah. So we're still battling the brown algae in here. Maybe I should separate those snails. But otherwise, my goldfish are doing well. I do want to treat this one with Prazipro. She doesn't scratch against the gravel, but she kind of zooms around erratically. Other than that, I haven't noticed any symptoms of anything. So yeah. You can keep this one about the goldfish, make a different one on the platies. But thank you for watching. Erica and her fish. Stay safe.